All right, people, I am not going to lie to you. Today is a tedious day. If you do not pay attention, you will struggle with tonight's homework. Well, the homework is easier than the notes. I'll say that. But when you get to these problems on your test on Thursday, you're going to really struggle. So I'm asking you, I'm begging you, Melissa, Kiana, Javion, Isabel, actually Izzy, Roberto, Jasmine, Jonathan, Chris Enos, Valeria, Kendall, Anthony, AJ, who's AJ Lewis, Breasia Lady, Sanaya, Alicia, Heaven, Aurelius, Kian, Janine, Vanessa, Sarah, Andrea, Asia, Erica, Chris Tucker, JT, Asa, Joshua, Zaria, Jemiah, Samar, Cameron, Zaire, Dominic, Gary, Beatrice, Carla, Isabel, Malia, KG, Mikhail, Sydney, Nakaya, Latasha, Antonius, Alex, Brandon, Adarius, Evan, Debaney, Addie, Jayla, and KT. Please pay attention. All right, now that everyone feels special, because I called out all of y'all, pay attention. So it says the volume of a cylinder is 794.3 centimeters cubed. That's what we have right here. The height of the cylinder is 7 centimeters. Calculate the radius of the cylinder to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. So this involves equations that we have not, I don't think we've seen them yet because we started the new curriculum in a different area. We have not seen these equations yet. Let's go to lava. Lava. I bet y'all don't know where this come from. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so since we're looking at a cylinder, the volume formula for a cylinder is pi times radius squared times your height. So this is the thing. I think sometimes I do better teaching on videos than actually in person because I don't have to say, Adarius, be quiet. Dominic, stop laughing. Who else giggle a lot? Them giggling boys. Alex, stop giggling. Anyway, stop getting on the tangent, Mr. O'Neill. All right, so it says that we're missing the radius. So everyone, we are missing this. This is the variable that we're going to solve for. Okay? Because we're missing this. That means we'll have u, because u will equal what? 3.14. And we'll have u, but we'll be missing r. Because the problem says calculate the radius of the cylinder to the nearest tenth. If it's asking me to calculate it, it's really asking me to find it. So let's go through the equation and find everything that we do have. Through the problem. It says the volume of the cylinder is 794.3 centimeters cubed. That's V. The height of the cylinder is 7. That's H. And it says calculate the radius, and we know pi is always 3.14. There's the bully. You will not bully me today. Get out of my face. 3.1. Oh my gosh. Y'all see that circle? It's bullying me. Oh, I'll be back. Okay, so 3.14 is pi. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry if it's disrupting your education. You hear Chris Enos. I couldn't understand because the message kept distracting me. All right, so we plug in everything we have. Y'all, we have V, we have 3.14, we have H, we don't have R. So I'm going to leave R at the end because we don't have it. I'm going to shift everything down. Watch me, y'all, before you write it down. So you have V. V is 794.3. We know pi. Pi is 3.14. We know H. H is 7. We don't know R. R is R squared. So I just shifted everything. You can write it down now. I just shifted everything down and put R at the end because, you know, when we usually see an equation, you don't have to write this. We usually see like 10 times 5x. We don't really see. If I left it alone, you'll be like 10 is equal to 5 times x times 2. And I don't want to do all of that. I'm just going to move the variable that we're missing to the end. So what do? We just leave this as an equation. This is almost like solving for b when we had to like multiply your m and your x and then plus your b, but this time we don't have a plus b. So that's not what I want to do. Where do I want to go? I want to go here. Desmos, what up? What up, son? All right, so 3.14 times 7 is 21.98. So we're not going to the center to the nearest tenth. We're not going to round to the end. So we get 21.98. And that's what this is, r squared. Now, y'all, how do I solve for r? You don't have to write this down. If it was 10 equals 5x or 10 equals 5r, how would I solve for r? I'll divide both sides by 5. So again, you'll divide both sides by 21.98. Divide both sides by 21.98. So we take 794.3. 794.3 divided by 21. Y'all see Desmos? Get it all nice and stuff. See that little calculator? You see how that look? Step down. I see you, Desmos. All right. And so we get the actual volume. Actually, we get the radius squared. So we get, what was that number again? 36.13. So we're going to round to the nearest cent. 36.1. So we get 36.1 is equal to r squared. Now, I don't think we talked about this year. Yeah, because we haven't had a reason to. How do we undo a square? We take the square root. So, y'all, I hope y'all do well with this. Okay, so we take the square root of both sides. We take the square root of this, and we take the square root of this. I made it green because it's something we were doing. So we're basically saying, what is the square root of 36.1? And that number is really close to 6. So I'm going to say enter. So the square root button is right here. What is the square root of 36.1, Desmos? That's 39. 36.1 should be very close to 6. It is pretty much 6 because 6 squared is 36. So it's not too far from 6. So we say R is approximately, this is the approximately symbol, little squiggly marks, 6. And it is going to be 6 centimeters. So let me go off on a tangent because you need this tangent in your life. Why would I take the square root to figure out something was square? Well, the square root, don't write this down. The square root of 36 is 6. Why? Because 6 squared is 36. The square root asks what number was squared to give you the number inside. What number was squared to give you this number inside? Again, the square root asks what number was squared to give you this number inside? Well, 6 was squared. So how do you undo 6 squared? You undo 6 squared by taking the square root. So anytime you want to undo a variable squared, you take the square root. And you'll see me do it over and over again to help you out. Do I want to go to this problem next? Because in terms of pi, that thing be jacking some of y'all up. Let me see if there's any. Whoa. Where's the rest? Hold up, y'all. Y'all only copied the first page. I'll be back. All right, so I got to keep going because there are no more problems like that. Okay, so the volume of the cylinder is 441 pi inches cubed. Y'all, this is in terms of pi. What do we do when it's in terms of pi? Leave it alone. Leave pi alone. Don't mess with it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's in terms of pi. Leave this alone. Leave it there. So the height of the cylinder is 9 inches. Calculate the radius of the cylinder to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. All right. So we know the cylinder volume is V is equal to pi times radius squared times our height. What are we missing? Well, they want us to calculate the radius. We're missing U. So that means that the problem has told me what V is, what pi is, and what H is. Because this is already, y'all, I just want to stress this to you. Gosh. Because it's already in terms of pi, leave it alone. 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 If they give you this pi in the problem, leave it alone. So let's go and identify everything we have. This is the volume. I'm just going to start plugging stuff in. So 441 pi is equal to the height of the cylinder is H. And so calculate the radius. So in this problem, leave, God, y'all, pi alone. It don't want to be bothered. So when I see this pi right here, leave it alone. Leave me alone. No, I ain't gonna put that because y'all, yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right, so I'm gonna leave pi as pi. And then the radius squared is what I don't know. So I said I don't put that right there. I shift it to the end. My height is 9. And then my radius squared is right there. So everyone, this looks like this. It looks weird. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. This looks like this. 441 pi is equal to, put that 9 in the front. Numbers always go in the front. And then pi is a number. And then r squared. Okay, I need you to back that up a couple of seconds if you don't get what I said. I'm gonna say it again anyway. 9 is the number, it always goes in the front, and then pi r squared. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to solve for r squared. Solve for r squared. So what would I need to do? Get this 9 pi away. How would you get it away? Divide it. They're numbers. Divide by 9 pi. Y'all, I know this looks weird, but I promise you it's the same concept of this right here. You're trying to get r alone, divide by 5. You're trying to get r squared alone, divide by 21.98. We're just not multiplying the pi out. We're just leaving it as pi. And what happens? They cancel. Even though I didn't cancel over here, it cancels. It's gone, y'all. It's gone. It's bye. Goodbye. And so this is the magic that happens over here. When you divide anything by itself, what happens? It gives you 1. So pi divided by pi is 1. They cancel. So the only thing, y'all, I love y'all. I just want y'all to get this. The only thing that you're looking at is 441. Where you at? 441 divided by 9. And that's 49. That's all I'm looking at, y'all. 441 divided by 9, because they cancel. They cancel, they cancel, they cancel, they cancel. So 49 is equal to r squared. And how did I come over here and teach you how to get rid of a square? Because we just want r. We take the square root. And so r, I know y'all know what the square root of 49 is. It's 7. 7 what, Mr. O'Neal? 7 inches. Why is it not cubed, Mr. O'Neal? Because this is the radius, and the radius is one-dimensional. Okay? 7 inches is your radius. We're going to do another one. The volume of a cylinder is 3,600 pi centimeters cubed, and the height is 16 centimeters. Find the radius. All right, so the volume formula for cylinder is V equals pi r squared h. Y'all, I'm teaching good. I really am. I'm really doing the thing today. I really am. I'm just gonna pat myself on the back. I'm doing the thing. All right, so 3,600 pi. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay? So this is the volume. This is the height. We don't know r. So I need to find you. So my volume is 3,600 pi, okay, is equal to, my pi is pi, because I said leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And then times your radius squared. I don't know you, so I can't put you in here. And then times my height, which is 16. Okay, how did I say we convert that? We put that 16 over in the front. Okay, so we're going to write this as 3,600 pi is equal to 16 times pi times r squared. And we want to solve for r. How do we solve? How do we get that alone? This is multiplication. How do we undo the multiplication? We divide by 16 pi on both sides. These cancel out. These pi's cancel out. It's almost like a crisscross. Y'all see that? And then we come over here to Desmos, our friend. What up, Des? What up, Desi? We take 3,600 and divide it by 16, and we get 225. You know why that's good news? Because 225 is a perfect square. 225 is equal to, is equal to r squared. What do we do now, y'all? Y'all can't wait till y'all get to the Pythagorean theorem. Be loving this. Y'all be like, Mr. O'Neal, we know what to do. Clearly. How do you? Come on here. Never doubt us, Mr. O'Neal. Beast. 15 centimeters is my radius. Y'all getting this now? Good. Y'all should be. Because, I mean, it's not that hard. It started off hard, but we're beasts. This is what we do. We devour this stuff. Find the radius of a sphere with a volume of 113.04 inches cubed. So the radius formula, not the radius, the sphere's formula is V is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Oh, y'all. Let me pay attention. So I know my volume. I don't know my radius, so I'm solving for you. Is this in terms of pi? No. So what do you think we got to do? We don't put pi as a symbol. We put pi as 3.14. So pi is equal to 3.14 here because it's not in terms of pi. So the volume of 113.04 is equal to 4/3 times 3.14 times r cubed. Ooh, I got to show y'all how to do the cube root. Dang, I got to show y'all how to do this on the calculator. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to have to draw a calculator. I don't know. I'll figure something out. All right. So I might make a video and then put it online, and so people don't watch it. They'll be looking crazy when they get to their test. And they'll be like, I don't know how to do this. How you do this? And then just like, too bad. You should have watched the video. All right. So we need to multiply. So we need to do 4/3. Watch Desi. Come on, Desi. Times 3.14. And we're going to round. This problem says round. We're going to round to the nearest tenth. It don't say, but this is what we're going to do. So that's going to be 4.2. So 113. Oh, y'all, we're about to have issues. I'll be back. Thanks. So we get 113. I defeated the bully. Is equal to, I forgot what my number was. Where we at? 4.2. 4.2 r cubed. So we got to solve for you. Solve. How do we solve? We divide both sides by 4.2. Divide both sides by 4.2. So we take, y'all see that little, so aggravating. I'm trying to tell y'all, I think it's aggravating. 113.04 divided by 4.2. Daisy's doing his thing. And we get 26.9. Okay. 26.9. So 26.9 is equal to r cubed. So how do y'all think we undo a cube? If we take the square root to undo a cube, we take the cube root. Now let me figure this thing out with Desmos. So, oh, y'all see this n right here? If you're using Desmos, you're going to hit I think 3 first, and then you hit this n. Nope, you're not going to do that. Let me go back. All right. So you're going to hit the n first. Man, I ain't trying to go back to that. Delete that. Delete. Go away. So you hit the n first, and it's going to tell you, you see that thing right there? We're going to put a 3 there because that represents the cube root. Take the cube root, go back in here, the cursor, of 26.9. You look at Desmos. It's already calculating over there. So you get 2.99, which is going to round up to 3. Because really 3 cubed is 27, so it's going to be really close to 3. So this is the cube root. Cube root. Cube root. So r is equal to 3. Y'all, the only thing that's changed is we didn't take the square root. We took the cube root. That's the only thing that changed, y'all. And why did we take the cube root? Because this is cubed. So you take the square root when it's squared. Take the cube root when it's cubed. Well, boy, that makes perfect sense. Lord, I ought to be a math teacher. Jeez. Find the radius of a sphere with a volume that's approximately, y'all see the little squiggly marks? Oh, I forgot a little squiggly marks there. So approximately, yeah, what that is. Okay, so sphere volume is V is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed, right? Right? And so we are missing the radius. We need to solve for u. This is not in terms of pi, so we're not going to leave pi alone. Pi, you're coming with us. And so the volume is equal to 3052.08 is equal to 4/3 times pi times r cubed. I didn't put in parentheses there. I see I didn't put in parentheses there, but it's the same thing. Maybe I'll just take it out of parentheses. I haven't been putting it in parentheses. Take the parentheses off. All right. So I already know what 4/3 times 3.14. Y'all might want to remember this. It's right there. We already did it. I'm not using Desmos. Desmos, take a break, Desi. All right. 0.08 is equal to 4.2 r cubed. And we already know what to do. We need to go r cubed alone. Divide by 4.2. Divide by 4.2. And we get 52.08 divided by 4.2 is going to give us 726.7. 305, yep. What was the number again? 726.7. 726.7 equals r cubed. What do we need to do? We need to find the cube root. So hit this, put the 3 there of 726.7, which is really close to 9 because 9 cubed is 727. Yep. So take the cube root. I forgot my green on the last one. Shame on you, Mr. O'Neil. This will be green. Green. Cube root. Take the cube root of both sides. Cube root of both sides. And we get R to be 7. 7 what? Meters. All right. The last one. And then we move on. I know, y'all. It's already 20 minutes. I know. I might either. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want this video. I know like my pastor says all the time, I respect your time. So I respect y'all's time. I'm not trying to hold y'all here forever. All right, volume. I need to find the radius, the same thing. It's a sphere, so V is equal to 4/3. If this was a cone, it'd be 1/3. You do the same thing. 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. And so the volume is 288 pi. Oh my gosh. All right, pi is going to equal to pi. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So 288 pi, this problem gets a little tricky, is equal to 4/3 pi and then radius cubed. Oh, I hate this problem. We never give y'all these problems, and I'm never going to give them to you because it requires something that I just didn't show y'all when we did equations. But I kind of did. So, yes, I did. Sorry, never mind. Forget what I said. So, y'all, if it was like 4/3, don't write this down. 4/3 x is equal to like, let's say 28. What would you do first? You multiply both sides by 3. That's exactly what we're going to do over here. It looks weird, but I'm going to put it, and I ain't leaving a lot of room for this. I'm going to put the 3 right here, multiply both sides by 3 to get that 3 gone. So 288 times 3 is 864. So this is 864 pi is equal to 4 pi r cubed. So what do we do now? Now we divide by 4 pi. I forgot I did show y'all that. I had a brain lapse. So y'all know Chris Cross. All right. So 864 divided by 4. 864 divided by 4. Well, look, it's 216. Do y'all know what the cube root of 216 is? So we get 216 is equal to r cubed. And then we take the, green, Mr. O'Neil. The cube root of 216. Cube root of 216. Do y'all know what it is? Let's see if y'all remember. Cube root of 216. Oh, that's 6. Y'all remember that? R is equal to 6. 6 what, Mr. O'Neil? Centimeters. All right, so I'm not going to do a lot more of these. I might have to skip these area of the base. Y'all need to know these problems. I knew this was going to be a long day. I'm going to skip this one. So we're going to skip this one. Y'all won't have to do that. And then there are 2 more problems after this, and I'm going to skip the last 2, so you won't have to do that. All right, so 30 minutes, y'all. I'm going to try to go for 30 minutes. I know. But, yeah. Okay, it says find the height of a cylinder with an area of its base is 36 inches squared and a volume of 127 inches cubed. This problem is going to be on your test. Okay, so when you think about a cylinder, try to draw it with me. So you think about a cylinder, you have the circle down here, and then you have like the sides coming up right here, and then you have the other circle right there, right? So you have the cylinder, okay? Something like that, right? So it says the height, find the height. So we're missing the height. So the volume formula of a cylinder is pi radius squared height. So we are missing the height, right? It says find the height of the cylinder with the area of its base is 36 inches squared. And I told you in the last video that the base is a circle and the area formula for a circle is pi r squared. That's the area formula for a circle. So what they gave us was this right here. I'm teaching so good. Oh my gosh. If I had a teacher like me when I was growing up, I'd be so much. Oh gosh. Man. All right, I'm done. So, pi r squared is the area of the base. So what did they give us? They gave us the area of the base. They gave us this. So, y'all, this is pi r squared. Pi r squared. So when I see pi r squared, y'all, I am putting in 36. That is the trick with this problem. So, sorry, they gave us the volume. The volume is 127. So the equation will be 127 is equal to, no, this is 36. Pi r squared is 36. 36h. And all you have to do is divide both sides by 36. And Desi, what up? 127 divided by 36. Rounded to the nearest tenth, 3.5. So the height is approximately 3.5 inches. Y'all, if you understand that part, this is easy. This is easy. Pi r squared is the the area of the circle. So when they gave us the area of the base, they gave us pi r squared. Let's do it again. Find the height of a cone with an area of its base to be that and the volume to be that. So this is the volume. This is my pi r squared. Draw my cone, y'all. Let's draw the cone from the top up this time. All right. Got that. And that. I tell you, Ken, and who else draws a lot? I think it's just Ken. Does Zaria draw a lot? I don't know. Somebody else will be proud of me. Look at my cone. Better than yours. Yep. All right. So they gave us the area of the base. The area of the base is pi r squared. So the area of the base is 134.7. Right? So the volume is pi r squared h. The only people that don't get this is because this video is almost 30 minutes long and I've taken up so much of your time in your life, and I'm sorry. Come back, pause it, come back to it another time, to finish it out. All right, so volume is pi r squared h. Well, this is the volume right there, right here. I got my volume and I already got my pi r squared, so 826 is equal to 134.7, and h is what I'm solving for. Solve. So what do? I divide both sides by 134.7, 134.7, and 826 divided by 134.7, divided by 134.7, and we get 6.1. So the height is approximately 6.1 inches. All right, y'all, I'm almost done. I promise you. You need to know this because it's going to be on your test and it's going to be on your homework. It says, how many buckets of water will it take to fill the fish tank? So here's the trick. They're trying to trick us. They gave us the diameter. This is a cylinder. The formula for a cylinder is V is equal to pi r squared h. So how many buckets of water will fill the fish tank? So if I want to figure out how many of these fit inside of there, what would I do? I know your paper is dark. Mine is not. You divide. So you find the volume of this. Find volume of, the bucket and tank. And then you'll just do the tank divided by the bucket. Oh my. Think we got problems again, y'all. Yep, I'll be back. Had to get rid of my hater. Y'all want to see my hater? Him scheming on me. Y'all see him? Scheming on me. Bye. All right. Bucket. So tank divided by the bucket. The bucket, not the bulkhead. Whatever I said. All right, so the volume of the tank. So I'm going to do this fast because I know y'all can do this. So we get, I'm just gonna give y'all the answers so y'all only have to work it out because I know y'all can plug in numbers, whatever. So we get 3.14 times the radius squared, which is 5 squared, times your height, which is 12. That's gonna give you a number. And then we're gonna take V is equal to, remember we're taking half this, divide by 2, divide by 2. And then we take 3.14 times 15 squared times 80. I'll be back with those numbers. I'm gonna pause the video, be back with them. I'm back. So this is going to give you 942 inches cubed. This is going to give you 56,520 inches cubed. And we said take the tank, divide it by the bucket, and we get 60. It says how many buckets? 60 buckets. Kobe. All right. Some of y'all will get it. Some of y'all won't. All right. Which ice cream cone? I said cone. Ooh, I'm tired. Cone has more ice cream. How much more? So we will find the volume of this. Find this volume of here and the volume of here. It says how much more. This is not a division problem. We will subtract. So let's do that. So the volume, this is a cone. So the volume of cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. Or you'll see it as pi r squared h over 3. So 1/3. Let me hurry up. Let's do the first one. Actually, I'll be back. I'm just gonna write this down. No, let's just do the 1/3 times 3.14 times, what's my radius here? I'm talking about the small cone. Small cone is 1 inch squared. The height is 4 inches. The other one is V is equal to 1/3 times 3.14 times 1.5 squared, and that's times 3. That's a 3. I'll be back with my numbers. All right, so this gives you 4.2, and this gives you 7, and it's 0.06, so the 6 is round this up to a 1, and you use 7.1 minus 4.2, and you will get 2.9. 2.9 more. 2.9 more ice cream. But what is it measured in? 2.9 inches. Oh, whatever. Y'all get it. Ice cream. Okay, so I'm done. I know this was a long one. Love y'all. Miss y'all. I'll tell y'all I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all a lot. I miss you. I miss you. Bye. Beast Mode Production.